Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Govind Damodar Madhaveti, 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 Dheya sada yogi bhira prameyas चिंताहरश्चिंतत पारिजातः कस्तूरिकाकल्पितनीलवर्णो गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति। संसार कूपे पतितोऽत्यगाधे मोहान्धपूर्णे विषयाभितप्ते करावलम्बं मम देहि विष्णो गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति। त्वामेव याचे मम देहि जिह्वे समागते दण्डधरे कृतान्ते वक्तव्यमेवं मधुरं सुभक्त्या गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति भजस्व मन्त्रं भवबन्धुमुक्त्यै जिह्वे रसज्ञे सुलभं मनोज्ञं द्वैपायनाद्यैर्मुनिभिः प्रजप्तं गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति दामोदर माधवेति गोपाल वंशीधर रूप सिंधो लोकेश नारायण दीन बंधो उच्च स्वरैस्तं वद सर्वदैव उच्च स्वरैस्तं वद सर्वदैव गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति सदैवं भज सुन्दराणि नामानि नामानि कृष्णस्य मनोहराणि समस्त भक्तार्ति विनाशनानि गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति 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 गोपाल कृष्ण भगवान की जय। Hello everybody, humble greetings, humble pranams and special welcome to all of you. And thank you so much for joining with me today in day 95, session 95 of our 100-day Srimad Bhagvad Gita challenge, where our aim is to recite the entire Srimad Bhagvad Gita over the span of 100 days, 100 sessions. In our invocation again, we joined in offering 6 more verses of the Govinda Damodar Stotra, offering the praises and humble supplications to Shri Krishna. We now join in offering the meditative stanzas, the dhyana shlokas dedicated to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Hari Om. Shri Saraswatye Namaha. Om Shri Guru Charana Kamalabhyo Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् त्वामनुसंददामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तुते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्द यत्र पत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्ण प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्ध गोपालनन्दन पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्तं मुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। भीष्मद्रोण तथा जयद्रथ जलगाधारनीलोत्पल शल्यग्राहवधिकृपेण वहनेन कर्णेन विलाकुल अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकर दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सूतीर्ण खलु पाण्डवैरनुनदी कैवर्तक केशव पाराशरवचः सरोजम् अमलं गीतार्थ गण्डोत्कटं नानख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा संबोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जन षट्पदैर्हरः पीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पङ्कजं कलिवल प्रध्वंसनः श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुत यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुत स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणदेवाय तस्मै देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै गोपाल कृष्ण भगवान की जय, गीता माता की जय। We now join in offering praises to Gita Mata through the means of this beautiful hymn. दास के शब्द हृदय विहारिणी हृदय विहारिणी जय भगवद गीते भगवद गीते गीते मारे गीते मारे गीते मारे हरि Victory to Mother Bhagavad Gita, victory to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. In our previous session, dear friends, we stopped off at verse number 40 of chapter 18, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. And in today's session, we commence from verse number 41, as Shri Krishna continues to explain to Arjuna on that battlefield of Kurukshetra and by extension all of humanity. The Divine Lord says, Shri Bhagavan is saying, Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranam cha parantapa Karmani pravibhaktani Swabhava prabhavair gunaihi Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranam cha parantapa कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि स्वभाव प्रभवैर्गुणैः. Shri Krishna is saying, the duties of the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas as well as of the Shudras have been assigned according to their inborn qualities, O Arjuna, scorcher of foes. Swabhav really means Prakriti or Maya, or the Shakti inherent in Ishvara. This really is constituted of the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Variation in karma is based on the variation of these gunas, these modalities of nature. And from these variations comes forth the different system of mentality, the different mindsets, giving them, categorizing them as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Different types of duties are then assigned to each of these classes of individuals or these categories based then on the setting or the makeup, the modality which is most dominant in that individual. So depending on the nature or the swabhav, these responsibilities or duties are thus assigned based on what is most conducive, what environment is most conducive to ensure certain types of duties are best and most efficiently executed. So these different types of duties, they are assigned and ordered based on the proportion of the gunas in the makeup of each type of the inner equipment of those individuals. The duties prescribed for a particular type depend on the manifestation of the inner ruling of the gunas as expressed in the individual's contact with the world and the activities in this society. The expressions and quality of contacts with the world outside determine and reflect one's inner personality, the quality and texture of the contents of one's mind and intellect, the type of action, the quality of the ego, the color of the knowledge, the texture of the understanding, the temper of that fortitude, and the brilliance of the happiness determines that caste or that category into which that individual is classed. The sattvic person means the sattvic qualities are predominant. It is first to appreciate from this categorization that no one is exclusively belonging or portraying one guna only. The Brahmana is seen as that one who is highly cultured, possessing majority of sattvic guna, that one who can control the sense organs with mastery over the mind and can raise himself through contemplation to the highest peaks of meditation upon the infinite. Some use birth as the sole qualification, yet do very little through action and lifestyle to even deserve that title of Brahmana. As we shall see as this chapter itself unfolds further, birth itself and the predominance of whatever guna in that individual is a clear indication of what duties would be best for that individual. It is also for us to see and appreciate that no duty is seen as high or low, and no class or no categories of these individuals is seen as high or low. There is that equality which is recognized across all. This has historically been used to the advantage to facilitate division of the masses and propagate tremendous amount of social and cultural inequalities through societies. But it is important that we appreciate in its purest form what this system really means. It is simply apportioning duties based on one's ability to execute them best. Sri Krishna goes on further to say that Divine Master Yogeshwara Sri Krishna here gives in detail what are the duties of the Brahmana, the Kshatriya, the Vaishya and the Shudra. He starts off with the Brahmana. Shamodamastapa shaucham Shamodamastapa shaucham Kshantir arjavamevacha Jnanam vijnanam astikyam Brahma karma svabhavajam Shamodamastapa shaucham Kshantir arjavamevacha Jnanam vijnanam astikyam Brahma karma svabhavajam. Subjugation of the mind and the senses, enduring hardships for the discharge of one's sacred obligations, external and internal purity, forgiving the faults of others, straightness of mind, senses and the behavior, belief in the Vedas and the other scriptures, God and life after death, etc., study and teaching of the Vedas and other scriptures, and realization of the truth relating to God. All these constitute the natural duties of a Brahmana. The Brahmana, in that Brahmana, all qualities conducive to a spiritual life are seen. He demonstrates sense control, sublimation of the body, the mind, speech. This is austerity, fixed in the feeling that he is not the body, but he is truly that Atman. There is a calm forgiveness. He thinks about the welfare of all. That Brahmana is trustworthy, upright, begins his training through scriptural knowledge, and later on that blossoms through it being fulfilled with the intuitive knowledge. He demonstrates the quality of astikya, a burning faith in the divine aspect of life and its eternity. The Brahmana sees himself as a pilgrim and not as one belonging to this earth. His treasure is of the divine. Simple living with a bare earthly possession distinguishes that Brahmana. He loves all and hates none. He is born of sattva, shama, this serenity, controlling of the mind, especially from running after this world of objects, seeking sense enjoyments. He consciously controls the instinctive flow of the mind towards these sense objects. This quality is known as shama. Dhamma, which he also portrays, is where he controls the sense organs, the gateways through which the external world of stimuli infiltrates into our mental domain and mars our peace. He is in control of those. That true Brahmana practices both shama and dhamma, this serenity and self-control. He portrays also austerity or tapas, the conscious physical self-denial in order to economize the expenditure of human energy, which is sometimes so lavishly spent in the wrong channels of sense indulgence, and conserving this energy for seeking the higher unfoldment. This really is tapas. This conserved energy is utilized for the higher flights into that meditation state. Purity, shaucham, not just external but internal also, is forbearance or kshanti. He is patient and forgiving, living without struggling even against wrongs done against his own self by others. This is forbearance. He never hates but lives in that state of equanimity. He exhibits uprightness, arjavam, fearless, afraid of none, and makes no compromises. Thus, shama, dhamma, tapas, shaucham, kshanti, arjavam. Shama meaning serenity, dhamma meaning self-control, tapas meaning austerity, shaucham meaning cleanliness, kshanti meaning forbearance, and arjavam meaning straightforwardness. Knowledge or jnanam means knowledge of all of the Upanishads, and wisdom or vijnanam, personal experience. He portrays all of these. This faith or astikyam is sustaining power which he possesses in order to aid the transition of knowledge into wisdom, and the Brahmana's duty is to grow and steadily cultivate knowledge, wisdom and faith. Essentially, Sri Krishna has portrayed this so beautifully in just this one verse outlining the duties of the Brahmana. He now outlines the duties of the Kshatriya. Shauryam tejo dhutirdaksham yuddhe chapya palayanam danam ishvara bhavascha kshatram karma sabhavajam. Shauryam tejo dhutirdaksham yuddhe chapya palayanam danam ishvara bhavascha kshatram karma sabhavajam. Heroism, fearlessness, firmness, diligence and dauntlessness in battle, bestowing gifts and lordliness, all these constitute the natural duty of a Kshatriya. The Kshatriya exhibits a greater amount of Rajoguna, Shauryam, prowess, boldness, tejaha, and vigor, constancy toward challenges. These are classic signs of the Kshatriya. He possesses dhriti or fortitude, where the powerful will to pursue the path and discovering within himself the drive to attain that success. This rajasic dhriti is what that Kshatriya is portrayed with. He also has this daksham. Daksham means promptitude, the quality of alertness, vigilance. Not fleeing from battle, never leaves any work incomplete. Generosity, dhanam, lordliness, ishvara bhava, firm faith and belief in himself. 8 qualities are outlined here: bravery, vigor, constancy, resourcefulness, promptitude, courage in the face of the enemy, generosity, lordliness. These are thus the duties and the hallmarks too of the Kshatriya. Kshatriya is derived from Kshatat Trayate, means he who always protects others from hurt and injury. Kshatriya. Sri Krishna goes on further now to outline the duties of the Vaishyas and the Shudra. Krishi Gaurakshavanijyam Vaishyam Karma Sabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karma Shudrasyapi Sabhavajam. Krishi Gaurakshavanijyam Vaishya Karma Sabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karma Shudrasyapi Sabhavajam. Agriculture, rearing of cows and honest exchange of merchandise, these constitute the natural duty of a Vaishya, the member of the trading class. Service of the other classes is the natural duty of a Shudra, the member of the labor class. The Vaishya distributes material wealth to serve society, engages in agriculture, trade, commerce, craftsmanship, technical aspects of society, technicians, lawyers, doctors, dentists. Their dharma is essentially to serve society and all those who fall under the umbrella of delivering or offering some service, they would be classified as Vaishya. The Shudra means they who render labor and they work in a spirit of dedication and service. This really is that prime duty of the Shudra. Thus, the four Varnas, or these four categories outlined, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they are based on the quality of the mind, which again is linked to the predominance of the different gunas in whatever combination where Sattva is most dominant as opposed to some mixture of Sattva and Rajas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, and like that. So it means the Brahmana would possess majority of Sattva, the Kshatriya would possess majority of Rajas, the Vaishya and the Shudra would possess some combination of Rajas and Tamas with some sparing amounts of Sattva. These were previously discussed. We continue as Sri Krishna further explains. Swe swe karmanya bhiratah sam siddhim labhate naraha swakarma nirata siddhim yatha vindati tatshrinu. Swe swe karmanya bhiratah sam siddhim labhate naraha swakarma nirata siddhim yatha vindati tatshrinu. Keenly devoted to his own natural duty, one attains the highest perfection in the shape of God realization. Here the mode of performance whereby that one engaged in his inborn duty reaches that highest consummation. Being loyal to our own level of feelings and ideas, to our own development of consciousness, we can evolve into higher states of self-unfoldment. Each is ordered by their own Swabhav. Swabhav we discussed earlier, and therefore discovers their fulfillment only in that self-ordered field of activity. By working in the field ordered by one's own vasanas or these mental impressions, if one can live surrendering one's ego and egocentric desires to enjoy the fruits, one can achieve a sense of fulfillment, and a great peace will arise out of the exhaustion of one's vasanas. Renunciation of the ego and its desires can never be accomplished unless there is a spirit of dedication and a total surrender to the infinite. Evolution starts when there is unbroken awareness of that supreme. Swadharma means whatever station in life one has made himself competent in. However humble one's swadharma may be, one can rise to perfection. Work then becomes worship when the attitude is corrected and is sound. Yataha pravritir bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam swakarmana tamabhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha yataha pravritir bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam swakarmana tamabhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. By worshipping Him from whom all beings come into being and by whom the whole universe is pervaded, through the performance of his own natural duties, man attains the highest perfection. Acting according to nature or swabhav and station in life, swadharma, the vasanas or these mental impressions become exhausted. Exhaustion of the vasanas and consequent sense of joy and relief can be gained only when one learns to work and achieve in a spirit of total self-surrender. To remember constantly this consciousness, the Atman, which lends dynamism to the matter that invests it in its activities, is to stand apart from all agitations in the field of strife. Work can be changed to worship by attuning our minds all through our activity to the consciousness of the self. A self-dedicated one, so working in the consciousness of the Supreme, pays the greatest homage to his Creator. This subtle change in attitude transforms the shape of even the most dreary situation. One's swadharma proves the means for gaining of wisdom and for the attainment of that state of supreme bliss and unification with that Brahman. Whatever duty falls to one is sacred in itself and should be directed to the glory of that Supreme. That one is the true yogi who converts his earthly life to worship of that Supreme through their inborn duty. Sri Krishna goes on further to say, Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushthitat swabhava niyatam karma kurvannapnoti kilvisham. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushthitat swabhava niyatam karma kurvannapnoti kilvisham. Better is one's own duty, though devoid of merit, than the duty of another well performed. For performing the duty ordained by his own nature, one incurs no sin. To work in any field ordered by one's own vasanas is better, for in that case there is a chance of exhausting the existing vasanas. In striving in a field contrary to the existing vasanas, there is failure to exhaust these existing vasanas, and there is also creation of new ones, which means one further drowns themselves in the cycle of birth and death. Therefore, in doing the duties ordained by one's nature, swabhav niyatam karma, there is no chance of imprinting new impressions on the mind. The swabhav of each one cannot destroy that one. It is no use employing our minds in fields contrary to our nature. Arjuna is a Kshatriya, and by his nature it is ordained that he has to engage in war. His very nature will propel him to engaging in war. One who conforms to their swadharma, it is natural to them, and there is a release of that consciousness. It becomes freed so that it can proceed toward that Supreme. Means that consciousness can then be directed Godward, so long as one conforms to their swadharma. Swadharma here means one's own duty. Shreya means better. So better is one's own duty. Again, it is first to see in whatever capacity we act, through whatever way we do our duty, through that path, through that road, happiness, salvation lies at the end. It is for us then to act in performance of our duty effectively, efficiently, and doing duty for the sake of duty and duty only, renouncing the fruit of the actions. That salvation, that emancipation, that liberation is surely to be found on that journey. With this here, friends, brings today's session to an end. Special blessings and thanks to all for joining. Continue to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita, continue to practice Srimad Bhagavad Gita, continue to spread the teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Let us help to bring about that much needed transformation through the reading and the practice of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Again, special blessings and thanks. Jai Shri Ram.